Hello, everyone. I'm Jeffrey Eberger, and welcome to Season 5 of the Holistic Financial Fitness Series in collaboration with Mupo TV, part of Mupo Entertainment. As the CEO and founder of Abundance and Optimum Wellness and a certified holistic coach, I am of the belief we all should be living a life of abundance and optimum wellness, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. As a certified holistic coach, I take a finance-first approach to achieving all-encompassing personal well-being by embracing new ways to true wealth in the modern world. I'm a global ambassador for an international real estate fractional ownership company, introducing a business model that is setting the foundation for the future of our digital world around the tokenization of real estate with real-world assets. I'm also providing global-minded entrepreneurs with new ways to wealth in the modern world so they can circumvent the system and go from financial fatigue to financial freedom by investing in emerging technologies for portfolio diversification. And we are all about bringing awareness around the alternative options from all aspects, leading one towards overall true wealth. And that's what this series is about. True wealth is not only about money, it's about physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial overall well-being. The mission is to provide real solutions for real people who are serious about wanting to go from barely surviving to thriving today. So I'm very excited to bring on my guest very soon, Sabine Vicioso David, who is a business associate of mine, coming today from the Dominican Republic. And if you'd like to connect with me, please scan the QR code that is on your screen right now. So before I formally introduce today's special guest, we're going to take a quick commercial break. For those who are interested to find this interview series in collaboration with Mupo Entertainment at mupotv.com, or you can download the Mupo Entertainment app on Android or iPhone. We're seen in 144 countries, including Fire TV, Vimeo, and Roku. And we have Netflix, Warner Brothers, and Paramount looking at the syndicated series. Oh, and also, I just got back from New Jersey 2024 Red Carpet event, winning my second award for the best holistic true wealth TV series. So I'm very, very appreciative of my followers who are out there today. And you know what? We will be right back. And we are back with Sabine David, who is joining us today from the Dominican Republic. And she is originally from Germany. She's a mom, a wife. One of her past careers was in the banking industry. And we are actually business collaborators in the international real estate fractional ownership space, along with now being a fellow contributing author with the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics and Own It digital magazines, which I'm very excited to see her. And she just was in the cover most recently, so you got to catch that. She runs a very successful real estate agency in the surrounding area of Punta Cana, and her business name is Lunovi Real Estates. Welcome to the show, Sabine. Welcome to the show,
Jeff.
Sabine.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you,
Awesome.
Jeff.
No, thank you.
For having me here.
It's great to have you here. So before we get started, share a little bit about who Sabine is outside of your career.
Well, you have mentioned it already. I am a mother to 5 beautiful kids and a wife. I am German, but live in the Dominican Republic already 20 years. So I am very passionate. I am open for adventures, whatever it is. Um, I love the nature here. I love diving. So, I'm always open to new adventures.
Awesome.
I'm a
Well,
true
that's great.
scorpion.
That's great. Yeah, I'm a diver too, so I've got to get back. We have to get back out diving. So, but
Oh, yeah.
what made you leave the banking industry to start a career in real estate?
Well, I was working in the banking field since leaving high school. And in 2004, I made the move to the Dominican Republic together with my family. And until that day, I was working and into my career in the banking industry and came to the Dominican Republic, but didn't really think I would go back into banking. And I actually thought I would not have to work much more again. So I started working for friends that were running a dive school. That was my hobby. And going to the beach to work, that was something, felt fantastic. And basically was a coincidence that a friend of mine mentioned a job about real estate. So I got into a big real estate project in administration, and from there just developed into being a sales agent in real estate, and now having my own company. So it was actually a coincidence, but I found out that it is that what I like most.
Awesome. So you started out in the real estate, and in the early stages, you became a realtor, but now you've also incorporated being a builder, contractor into your business model. And that seems like a huge, huge responsibility. What do you like best about that?
Yes, it's a big responsibility. And what I like best about it is that I am my own boss and I can realize my ideas and, work the way I would like to work. And since I am also selling the real estate that I myself am building, I can be on top of, the construction, and that the goals will be met. So the construction will be done the way I want it. And I know the way my clients want it. And I just have it in my hand. And my goal is to have happy clients and successfully deliver everything that I'm building. And that is, for me, it's the best of it.
Awesome. So we talked about in the introduction, I talked about us partnering up with this international real estate fractional ownership
Mhm.
business model that is really taking the world by storm, being the first to tokenize real estate in the decentralized arena. So, what really made you start to really dive into this new digital world, and share some of your thoughts with the audience about why you did this and what you're looking forward to?
Well, first of all, I have a background from my banking experiences, of course. So I was introduced to the whole digital thing, let it be Bitcoin or whatever other products that are there. So, and when we talked about it, I was very curious. And I mean, you can't get around it. It's the future. So it's a very, very interesting model. Of course, it has its risks in general, but if you look at what you and who you are working with, and if you're getting familiar with what is connected to this model, then I mean, you cannot get around the chances. And it's just something. Yeah, it's the future.
Right. No, exactly. And you talk about risk, and that's what I looked at 2 years ago when I started to get involved with it. Because no matter what you do in life, there's a risk,
Yeah,
and it's good to step into your uncomfortable zone and get educated about this. And that's what we're here to do, is to really educate people,
yeah.
and which is very exciting because each industry starts somewhere and then it evolves to somewhere else. And the idea is to really look at the true state of affairs. What's really going on today
Right,
that is going to
right.
change the world in the future, which is very, very exciting. So
Mm.
I love that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take another quick, short commercial break, and we'll be right back with Sabine. So we are back with Sabine, who is in the Dominican Republic. So, like so many others, we're in this new paradigm shift. Many of us see it, and many of us don't. And real estate is one of those paradigm shifts that is happening actually underneath our feet. And it's been tokenized. And, you know, what we're doing is really wanting to share with the viewers the benefits to start looking at what this is all about, with the possibility of getting in on the ground floor with such an opportunity. And it's all about portfolio diversification. So with that, how do you see where this is going in the future from your perspective? Because I've been involved with this for a little bit over 2 years and doing a lot of research on this and see that from my perspective. But I'm interested in hearing what you as a realtor and a developer have to say about this and where this is going.
I see this is developing more and more over the time, and more people getting into it and understanding it actually, and seeing the chances that it brings. And I am very sure that more developers of bigger projects will go into that once they understand it. And me as a developer, I think I will get into that also, because I am also planning bigger projects. And I mean that it just makes sense. And for the buyer or for the investor, it might be a very good, or it is a good option to just buy a fraction
Yeah.
of a real estate project, instead of buying something that is real, or I mean that they have to maintain and use it. Some of them won't even use it, so why not buying just fractional? It's a
Exactly.
good chance. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What I love about this whole business model is that it is an opportunity for the masses. Because when I
Yeah.
was first introduced to it, I'm like, well, I don't have money to invest in international real
Right.
estate or big hotels and resorts. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But um, when I did the due diligence and researched it out, because I was open for information just to get educated, it definitely provided a new insight to things that are happening today, that are being developed today, that are going to impact and change the world 5 years, 10 years down the road.
Mm.
So, with that 5 to 10 year development, what is your goal for having a business in the Dominican Republic, combining your real estate business, your developer business, and the digital world over the next 5 to 10 years? And it may not necessarily be in the Dominican Republic only, it could be globally as well.
Yes, actually, I'm thinking globally too. And I mean, I'm not only a developer, but I'm also an investor in the fractional ownership. So I put my money into that also. So of course, my goal is to have a good return of invest on this, which I'm sure it will be. It will be. And yeah, I mean, I want to concentrate more on bigger projects, and of course also I will look into the tokenization, so everybody can be a part of it, even if it's only with $1,000. You can come in with just little money, as you say. You don't have to have $200,000 to put in. So it's great chances for everybody to get in there.
Absolutely. Well, that's great. Yeah. So this is why I love that program, because it is open to the masses,
Mm.
which is very, very exciting. And we're here in the United States. We're here, in this part of the world where a lot of it is over in Asia, Africa, Malaysia, in those areas there, but we're bringing it over here. Sabine and I are doing that. So, which is a very, very exciting additional business venture. So, you talked about leaving the bank and wanting to get in, and then you did the dive shop thing, and then you went into real estate, which is, I think it's part of the what's called decentralization to a certain extent. And the word decentralization is coming up more and more, which is really taking the power and the control away from our broken and corrupt centralized systems and bringing it to the other side, so more of the masses can have better control over their destiny. So how do with this digitalization of real estate, and then you coming away from the bank, because it's a structured corporate entity where you have to follow so many rules and regulations. How has that really given you a better perspective in the world of decentralization? Because that is where so many industries are moving forward towards.
Yes, I mean, it's always good if you can control what you are doing or what is happening. I mean, to a certain point, if you are part of a big corporation, or if you are inside a fund with your money, I mean, it's very hard to really have control. So the more you can concentrate on what you are doing, and if you can, somehow steer where the way goes, it is the best that can happen, because we need to get away from being controlled from, the bigger ones.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that.
That's why I have my own company, and I would never consider to go back into a corporation. You need to be the boss of your own life and the way where you are going.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. So we're going to take one more commercial break, come back and wrap up, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and I've got one more question for Sabine. I can't believe this is almost over. It's gone by so fast today. So, if there were one piece of advice that you could give somebody that's in the audience, you want to share with them, that is looking for that glimmer of hope, and it could be from a personal perspective, it could be from a business perspective, or a combination of both, what would that be?
Well, I think it is super important to be open, to have an open mind and be flexible and be able to go with the flow, or let's say adapt to things that life throws to you. I used to say never give up or never look back, but I mean, you somehow have to look back, but meaning like reflecting on your life, and see the options that are there now. So you are not stuck in any situation. That's the most important.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Sabine, I can't thank you enough for taking the time from your busy schedule to be my guest today. And you have definitely brought so much value and insight to this amazing dynamic paradigm shift that we're actually going through right now. We're still in the baby stages of this and the infancy stages, and it's only going to get better. And you're already helping change the world that represents holistic financial fitness, and
Mhm.
educating those people, about decentralization. And because blockchain, as you say, blockchain, this new technology is here to stay, and it is the future of where all business will be, stemming from. So, lastly,
Absolutely.
if you are interested in becoming educated around holistic financial fitness, decentralization, real world assets, real estate fractional ownership, scan the QR code and sign up for one of the next couple of seminars that I host on a monthly basis. What I'm doing is I'm educating those who are looking for what things today are going to be changing the world over the next 5 to 10 plus years. You don't want to miss out on being a pioneer with us. You've got nothing to lose. And that's what I did back a little bit over 2 years ago, is I decided to take a look at it, just get information. You know what? I'm confident that we have one of those things for you, possibly. And remember, I believe we all should be living in a life of abundance and optimum wellness, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. And true wealth is about balance and harmony across all disciplines that I just mentioned above. And it's about, it's about creating a life that is rich of experiences, relationships, knowledge, and purpose. So what's your purpose out there? By embracing this holistic approach, we can archive and achieve a state of well-being that is sustainable and fulfilling, leading us to live our best lives. And finally, mental health and mental financial fitness, holistic by that, is a new path to true wealth. And one more thing before we sign off here, Sabine, I did want to, and I apologize for this, is I wanted to share your website. So for people who are interested in reaching out to Sabine, her website is below. And is there any other places that you want to direct people to reach out to if they're, hey, looking for property in the DR?
Yes, I am very active on Instagram, also at Lunovi Real Estate Punta Cana, and also on Facebook and on TikTok.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Sabine. We'll see everybody on the inside next time.
Okay.
You thought I was playing? Huh. I was playing? Huh.